안녕하세요, 여러분. 저는 Gwen이라고 하고요. 오늘은 여러 나라에 대해 발표하겠습니다. 네. 근데 여러분, 질문 있습니다. 좋아하는 나라 있습니까? 아니면은 어떤 나라에 대해 더 알고 싶습니까? 오늘은 제가 알려드리겠습니다. 자, 시작! Hi everyone, my name is Gwen, and today we're going to be talking about countries around the world and trivia for you. So hopefully it will be an entertaining video. Let's go! Okay, first, of course, we have to start out with America. In Korean, this is 미국. 미국. So, true or false, a high school student designed the current flag. This is actually true. A high school student by the name of Robert G. Heft actually created our current flag design as part of a junior year high school project. And his teacher actually gave him a B-. Can you believe that? So he got a B- on his project, and his teacher agreed that he would reconsider his grade if the US Congress accepted his design. And they did. So in 1959, Robert G. Heft, a high school student's design, became our national flag. Pretty cool, right? Okay, Korea. South Korea is Daehanmin국, but just Korea in general is Hanguk. Hanguk. So true or false? Korean men spend about 600 million US dollars on makeup products per year. What do you guys think? Is it right? Is it wrong? It is false, but they actually spend about 900 million US dollars on makeup products every year. So this makes up for about, let me get the number here. It makes up for about 1/4 of the world's male cosmetic products. Go Korea. North Korea. North Korea is called Bukhan. Bukhan in Korean. Buk actually means north, and then the Han obviously comes from Hanguk, which was Korea. So true or false? Less than 10% of the roads are paved in North Korea. What do you think? So this is true, but the number is actually smaller, if you can believe that. Less than 3% of the roads in North Korea are paved. Ilbon! Japan in Korean is actually called 일본. Ilbon. So the true or false for this one is the most popular spectator sport is baseball. Do you think it's true? Baseball, soccer. It is baseball, but interestingly enough, the official national sport of Japan is sumo wrestling. China in Korean is 중국. So 중 actually means middle or center, and then 국 means country. So 중국 means like center country. And same thing in Chinese characters, I believe it's 중고. So 중 is just the hanja for to mean center or middle. So the true or false for this one is China was the first country to send a man to space. Is it true or false? What do you think? It is false. So I believe Russia was the first person to send a man to space, and then the US actually sent a man to the moon. And then China was the third country to send a person to space. Russia. Russia is pronounced Russia. Russia. So the true or false for this one is there are 9 time zones across Russia. What do you think? Russia. It is true, and since there are so many time zones, Russia is actually always in daylight savings time. Mongol. Okay, so Mongolia is pronounced Mongol. Mongol in Korean. So the true or false is there are more horses in Mongolia than people. Imagine that for a second. More horses than people. Do you think this is true or false? It is actually false, but that's only because they're about the same number. So there's about 3.6 million horses and people in Mongolia. Pretty crazy when you think about it. There's actually a saying too in Mongolia I heard that was, a Mongolian man without a horse is like a bird with no wings. So if you can take that phrase, you can see how important horses are to Mongolian people. India. Okay, so India in Korean is Indo. Indo. So the true or false for this one is India invented body wash. Is it true? Is it not? So India did not invent body wash, but they did invent the concept of shampoo by massaging herbs into their scalp. And then the word for shampoo actually comes from one of their words called shampoo, which means to massage. It's spelled CHAMPU. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay, Taiwan is pronounced Taiman. Taiman. True or false? You can hear garbage trucks playing music in Taiwan. I've heard about ice cream trucks playing music, but garbage trucks? Is that true? False? It is actually true. So in Taiwan, you can hear garbage trucks playing like classical music, Christmas music on the holidays, all the same types of things that you can hear an ice cream truck play in Western countries. So this is actually because in an effort to call people out to bring out their garbage. So to let people know that the garbage truck has arrived, they're playing music and things like that. So that's pretty cool. The Philippines. Okay, in Korean this is Philippine. Philippine. So in the Philippines, about 10% of the world's nurses come from here. Is this true or false? It is false. Actually, about 25% of the world's nurses come from the Philippines. That's pretty crazy when you think about it. So they're actually the largest supplier. This makes them the largest supplier in the world of nurses. Taeguk. Taeguk is Thailand. So true or false? Thailand is the only country in Southeast Asia to never have been colonized by a European nation. It is true. This is obviously an incredible accomplishment considering not many places in the world can say that they were never conquered by a European state. But specifically them, they're really proud of this fact that they were able to remain free, that in the native tongue, Thailand, the country name, actually directly translates to land of the free. So that's pretty cool. Vietnam! I love Vietnam. Okay, so this in Korean is Vietnam. Vietnam. So true or false? Vietnam is the world's largest exporter of cocoa beans. Cocoa beans. I thought that was Ghana or somewhere, right? Right. So this is actually false. They are, however, the largest exporter of cashew nuts, with over 35% of the world's population, the global output. So go Vietnam, go Vietnam. England or like the UK in Korean is 영국. Young actually comes from the word like English as well. 영어 is how you say English language. 영어. So 국, we remember, is country or nation. So English nation is England, if that helps you remember it any better by breaking it down. So the true or false for this is you can get a handwritten letter from the Queen. The Queen's a pretty important person. I don't know if I could get a handwritten letter from her. What do you think? It's actually true. If it's your 100th birthday. So the Queen is actually famous for obviously a variety of reasons, but one of which is that she handwrites letters to people on their 100th birthday, just wishing them a happy birthday and letting them know how thankful she is for their existence. So that is amazing, and I can't even imagine how that would feel to get a letter from the Queen. Canada. Canada actually sounds the same in Korean and English. So it's Canada. 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 Really similar, right? So Canada is the largest country in the world. No, actually it's Russia. So land-wise, we're talking Russia is actually the largest in the world, but Canada is the second largest. So they're coming in hot in the back there. 독일. 독일. 독일 is Germany. True or false? 50% of German highways have no speed limit. I'm sure you guys have heard of the Autobahn, right? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But the Autobahn has no speed limit, and that's a really famous highway. But actually, this is false because 65% of German highways have no speed limit. Insane. I can't even imagine that. That must be crazy going through rush hour or something, right? So just remember that Germany is 독일. 독일. Brazil. Brazil is Brazil in Korean. Brazil. So instead of the Z, because you don't have that in Korean, it's a J sound. So Brazil. The true or false for this one is Brazilians are crazy about hockey. False. So since they're a tropical country, obviously I would hope that their favorite sport wasn't hockey, but you never know. They're actually really crazy about soccer there, and Brazil has actually won the World Cup about 5 times. So they're really proud of their soccer in Brazil. Australia. Australia is Hoju. Hoju in Korean. So true or false? Australia is home to the world's largest living organism. It is true. The largest living organism in the world is the Great Barrier Reef, and this is located off the coast of Australia, and it's actually one of the 7 wonders of the world. So hopefully, if you ever get a chance to go see it, I really want to see it. It sounds amazing. Australia, Hoju is where you'll want to go. 프랑스. 프랑스 is France. So again, because in Korean you don't have the F sound, it would be a P. So P instead of F. 프랑스. So true or false? Supermarkets are not actually allowed to throw away food in France. This is true. So just recently, actually, as of 2016, the French government declared or put a ban on this, said that supermarkets are not allowed to throw away unused food, and they actually have to donate all of it now. So they have to give it away via like a government mandate. So I think that is really, really cool, and that probably limits a lot of waste that happens in the country. Okay guys, so you made it through the trivia. How was it? Not too bad? Not too hard, hopefully. So here are some useful sentences that we can insert the words we just learned into the blanks. So this is probably one of the easiest things you will learn, or you will start to understand why I constantly say Korean is simple to learn for native English speakers. It's definitely not as difficult as people may think, and here is one of the prime examples why. So we already know what 저 is, right? 저 is I. 는 is just the topic particle. So 저는, remember how I say my name is Gwen? I am Gwen is 저는 Gwen이에요. So we see the EAO here too as at the end of the sentence as just a polite ending. And then 사람, I'm looking right after the blank here on the first line. It says 사람. 사람 means person. So all you have to do in the blank is insert one of the country names that we just learned about. That's it. You don't have to conjugate, you don't have to change the country name in any way, just slap it in there, okay? So for example, if I were to say, I am an American person, which translates to, I am American, I would say, 저는 미국 사람이에요. 미국 is America. So you say, I am an America person, right? You don't have to say American, like you don't have to add any extra letter like an N or a whatever. It's literally just the country name plus person. And then if you see past the slash, the other option for that is to just add in. In is the Chinese character for person as well. So 저는 미국인이에요. 미국인 is American. So 저는 미국인이에요. Or 저는 미국 사람이에요. And again, you can do this with literally any country. So for example, if I was from Brazil, I could say 저는 브라질 사람이에요. 저는 브라질인이에요. Next sentence, the second one down is 저는 에서 왔어요. 에서 means from, like from a place. It's a location particle. 왔어요 is I came from when you add 에서, right? So 왔어요 is came. So 저는 호주에서 왔어요. I'm from 호주, Australia. I'm not, but 저는 호주에서 왔어요 is how you say I am from Australia or I came from Australia. If I were to say I'm from Germany, I could say 저는 독일에서 왔어요. 독일에서 왔어요. Cool? I came from America. 저는 미국에서 왔어요. This is usually what we do in introductions as well. Like when I introduce myself, obviously I'm foreign, so I'm going to want to say immediately after my name where I'm from. If I don't want that person to feel awkward to ask me, like, oh, where are you from? You know. So I would say, 안녕하세요. Hello. 저는 Gwen이에요. My name is Gwen. I am Gwen. And then 저는 미국에서 왔어요. 미국에서 왔어요. I came from America, or I'm American. So the third sentence down there is 저는 을 좋아해요. So for here you can actually do 을 or 를. So those are just subject marking particles, right? So 는 is topic marker, 을 and 를 is subject marker. So this just means that you like a country. So 좋아하다, 좋아해요 means to like. So I can pick, what's a country I like? All of them, but let's say France, right? 저는 프랑스를 좋아해요. So how do I put 을 or 를? That's easy. All it is the final letter. If the final character in the word right before 을 is a vowel, then it's 프랑스를. You end with 를, right? If, for example, I picked 독일, Germany, I would say 독일을 because it ends with a consonant. So I'm going to want to put 을 after that. So another example of a country I like would be Korea. So you can say 저는 한국을 좋아해요. 한국을 좋아해요. 저는 한국을 좋아해요. And then the fourth bullet point down says 어느 means which one? 나라, 나라 means country, and then 사람, we learned 사람 earlier, is person. So what country person are you? It basically translates to mean, where are you from? What country are you from, right? 어느 나라 사람이에요? Lots of people will ask you this. The ending could sound different, but if you hear these first things, then you know what they're asking you. So for example, 어느 나라 사람입니까? They could use 입니까, which is very formal form. Right now we have just learned the EAO form, but as long as you hear those initial words, you'll know exactly what they're asking, because the sentence endings are just that. They're just endings. So they could be super polite or casual. But yeah, 어느 나라 사람이에요? Is where are you from? And then 저는 미국에서 왔어요. So there's an example conversation for you. Where are you from? I came from America. Then the second to last one we have here is 어디에서 왔어요. 어디 means where. 에서, we already talked about, means from. So from where did you come? 왔어요. 어디에서 왔어요? So I could say I'm from America again. 저는 미국에서 왔어요. Or if I'm speaking to my friend from Russia, okay, I could say 어디에서 왔어요? And they could say 저는 러시아에서 왔어요. 러시아. Or if I'm talking to my friend from, if I meet someone from North Korea by any chance, I could say 어디에서 왔어요? And they would say 저는 북한에서 왔어요. 북한에서 왔어요. Okay, and the last one, last but not least, 혹시. 혹시. 혹시 means perhaps or by any chance, right? So you put 혹시 in front of a question that you're a little bit hesitant to ask, maybe. So 혹시, by any chance, blah blah, the blank, right? 인이세요? 이세요 is an example of a really formal version of 이에요, right? So 이세요, you use that to honor the person that you're talking to. Kind of like 안녕하세요. You know, the 세요 is more formal than just 이에요. So in is, remember, that Chinese character version of person. So 혹시 blank 인이세요 means, by any chance, are you Korean? Are you American? If you feel uncomfortable about just assuming someone's nationality or ethnicity, which you should, obviously you're going to want to ask them, if you really want to know, you're going to want to ask them in a polite way. So this would be the least awkward way, I think, to go about that. I have definitely used this before if like I hear someone speaking Korean around me and I really, really want to talk to them or something, especially in America since there's not many chances or opportunities to speak Korean around me. Whenever I hear it, I say, 혹시 한국인이세요? Are you Korean? 한국. 혹시 한국인이세요? So you're already honoring them by saying 세요, so no one will feel badly if you say that. So I know in English, if you just say, are you Korean or are you Chinese? There's a little bit of a weird feeling there, right? Like it feels like you're being rude to them if you ask them or assume their nationality. But here we are asking really politely. So I've never asked this question and had someone give me a dirty look or anything like that. So people can ask you too. Like if they come up to me and they assume that I am, what's something? If they assume that I am, let's see, from the UK, let's say. So 영국. So they could say, 혹시 영국인이세요? Are you British? And I could say, 아니요, 저는 미국에서 왔어요. 저는 미국인이세요. I say or no. 저는 미국인이에요. Sorry, I slipped up. Never say 세요 when talking about yourself, because you're not honoring yourself, right? So it's kind of rude if you say 세요 when you're talking about yourself. Sorry for that slip up there. So yeah, so someone could say 혹시 한국인이세요? To a Korean person, and they say 아니요, 저는 중국인이에요. 중국인. So I am Chinese, right? So this is something that I hope will be very useful to you. And yeah, with that, I will see you in the next video. Hopefully you can rewind this YouTube video and see if there's any countries that you wanted to learn more about, or if you want to just memorize all the names of these countries and then just copy down this list here. I think that this is a super useful tool, especially when you're introducing yourself to people in Korea. So yeah, with that, I will see you in the next video, and happy studying. 또 만나요.